Hey guys, different video today. Today we're going to be doing another deck profile, but we're going to be doing a Pokemon deck profile because this game's really fun, and I got hyped back into it with freaking Scarlet and Violet coming out. So I bought a couple decks, played around a bit, got my friend into it, pulled out my old cards, and put together a couple two standard decks from the stuff I bought and some expanded decks I'm working on. So we'll go ahead and get into the cards. So first of all, we're going to be doing our Inteleon V deck, and this is going to start off with two of Inteleon V himself. This guy has two attacks. Now one of them is Snipe Shot for 1 water energy, which does 40 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon without weakness and resistance for bench Pokemon, of course. And its second attack, which you don't really use unless you need to, which is 2 water and a colorless Aqua Report. You just go ahead and do 130 to active, and your opponent reveals their hand. Then we got 2 copies of Inteleon VMAX, and at least this version of Inteleon VMAX. So this Inteleon VMAX right here has 2 attacks as well. For 1 colors, it's Hydro Snipe for 60, and it returns energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon to their hand. You can, of course, not mandatory, but it's really important for their opponents to waste their energy attachment. Sometimes it can survive you a turn if you don't have enough for max bullets, or if max bullet's not going to kill, you can just snipe or pull up or Hydro Snipe for that. And the max bullets, which is 2 water and a colorless for 160 on the active and 60 to 1 bench Pokemon, not applying weakness or resistance. And we got one of the other Inteleon VMAX, which is the Rapid Strike one. Its attack is 2 energy, 70 plus, and if you return energy, it does 70 more. Not really good for 140. Might as well just use this guy, but he's here for his ability, which you can discard a water energy once per turn and put 2 damage counters on 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. It has to be 2 bench Pokemon, so keep that in mind. That's what I might play a third if I can find one, but I'm still happy with what we're running now. Next, for the other Vs, we got 2 Lumion V, which for those of you who remember, Tapu Lele, it's basically Tapu Lele. So when you bench it, you search your deck for a supporter card and add it to your hand, which is really good, but its attack usually isn't that useful in most decks, but since it's a water deck, we can do it technically. Aqua Report 120, and it returns itself and all the cards to the hand, which can come up if you're low on him or whatever. But that's it for the 2 prize cards. Then we'll start with the ones with our 2 copies of Snom. 50 HP, useless card. You hate yourself if you start with it, but it evolves into Frostmoth, which is really important for its ability Ice Dance, which you can attach up to, or you can attach water energy card from your hand to one of your bench water Pokemon as often as you like once per turn, or as often as you like per turn. You don't ever use its attack because it sucks, but its ability is fantastic, especially if you're getting to your 3 energy requirement up here for your Hydro Snipe or max bullets, and just powering yourself up against certain decks is really hard without him, because I lost rounds where I couldn't get him out. So he's extremely important. You could probably run him at a 3-3 line too if you want, but that would be kind of pushy in my humble opinion. Then we'll go ahead and get into our last Pokemon line, which is the Sobble line, or the Inteleon line. Rapid Strike. Usually people play 4 of him, since Keep Calling places up to 3 of Rapid Strike basic Pokemon, but I didn't really find a need for it because I'm only running 2 of the other ones. So we'll go ahead and click into it. Keep in mind Drizzle's 90 HP along with, I forgot to mention it earlier, but your Frostmoth, which can really come in handy and make a difference. Sorry for bumping the camera there. But Drizzle, you don't use his attack, but when he evolves, you get to search for an item card, or when you evolve it from your hand, you get to search your deck for an item or a trainer card and add it to your hand. And same thing with Inteleon, but you add 2, and it has 160 HP, so it's a good wall, for example. It can survive a couple attacks, but its attack isn't half bad. So for 2 energy, you can do 1 water, 1 colorless, 120, and does 20 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So if you don't want to put a 2 prize attacker out there like your VMAX, or 3 prize actually for him, 1 prize, and you can still do damage and follow up with your VMAX later for the knockout. not risking any severe casualties that way to your prize council and just your viability. But that's it for the Pokemon. We're going to get into the supporters. Supporters, 2 boss orders. Choose your opponent's bench Pokemon, bring it up. Really important. I used to play 1 and I wanted to hurt myself. 2 Bird Keeper. Just get in this deck. It's alright. Switch your active with one of your bench and draw 3. You don't really need supporters, so I like it just to get cards out of active. 3 Marnie. Really self-explanatory for people who play it, but for people who just know it, like I was, it's basically add each player shuffles hand, place on bottom, and then you draw 5, your opponent draws 4. And 3 Research. Discard your hand, draw 7. Really good because sometimes you just get this as the only card in your hand, and then you're drawing 7 full of free, no strings attached. But then again, you get into hands where you like don't want to, but you have to. Then for items, we got 1 ordinary rod to start off with. It's Rescue's Treasure on steroids, so it's choose 1, shuffle 2 Pokemon from your discard pile into the deck, or 2 basic energy cards. 2 Scoop Up Net. This returns a non-V or GX Pokemon to your hand and discards all cards attached. But that's really good, for example, when you have a lot of damage on Frostmoth, for example, and you want to save it, or when you're in this line of play, when you want to get more searches and you have another Drizzle of only one of these, you can just pick up that one and then evolve the other to get more searchers. That's why I play it. 2 Captetious Bucket. This just adds water energy to your hand if you need it, since you're attaching a lot and or discarding. Then we'll go ahead and get into the balls. 2 Ultra Ball. Discard 2, search any Pokemon. Really important to get that consistency. Then we got 3 Evolences, which searches for any evolution Pokemon, which is a non-basic Pokemon. Then we got 3 Level Ball. Level Ball is fantastic. I love this card. Search your deck for a Pokemon with 90 HP or less, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. So it adds your staged ones of your 2 one prize lines, your Frostmoth and your Drizzle. Then we got 3 Quick Ball, discard a card, add a basic Pokemon to hand. That's an Ultra Ball, but a little bit less versatile, but don't have to discard as much, which is nice. Then we got, for the last items, 3 copies of Air Balloon, just to give you free retreat costs for the most part. Tireless, 2 colorless less, but it's going to be free for this deck at least. And we got to go ahead and go with 1 copy of our Training Quartz to round off the trainers. And then for the rest of the deck, we got our Energy, which is going to go ahead and be 4, 8, 12. 12 energy. Water energy to be specific, in case you couldn't tell. And I'm pretty sure you could. But that is the deck for Inteleon V. Later on, I'll have another profile of another Pokemon deck out. And I would like you guys to let me know if you would like to see them fight each other. And if so, I'll record a video and post it. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.